You have 5 seconds to guess who I am. You probably won't get it, but if you do, well, give it a like. And cut to intro! CTKaraoke, the gaming channel. Hi guys, it is Monday vlogging day. I'm CTK or Corey, you can call me by either. And I'm actually only wearing this to get your attention right now, because I'm going to be talking about something that is going to bore half of you. I'm talking about reading. You know, books. No, he's hitting too far. Nobody reads anymore. This is the internet. We don't read things. I want to talk today about why reading is so important to us, but at the same time, why we don't take enough advantage of it. Let's get into some background of my reading experience. So I never really read as a kid. I used to read like 5 sentences in one story, and then I would go play N64 and PlayStation for 2 hours and then read. This is exactly why I probably gained the reputation of sleeping in class. I used to take a good while to do homework because I just was very easily distracted. But I also realized it was not just the content I was reading. It was very long. It was just not very interesting. And that's the thing I think is what drives people away from books. I think books should be very detailed with how they explain things. Like if you are reading tax numbers, there should be a blue chair in the middle of the room and a disco ball so the numbers could all get up and dance when it hits Friday and they all get to wear casual ties. I think reading is important because we don't teach this enough to kids, and it's very important when it's taught to kids because it's at a crucial age. Crucial age usually at 2 to 5 years old, that they need to be able to read at a good level, be able to speak and verbalize and things like that. It just means a lot to me because things like Free Comic Book Day. For me, Free Comic Book Day is not just about the free comics. It's also about getting kids into the stories they're reading and telling kids. That's why I love book reports. Book reports are awesome because you get to say whatever the hell you want about the story you're reading and make it sound like it's the best thing ever. It could be the book ever, and you could still make it look like there was a adventure coming out and there were flames and it had very Indiana Jones style to it. I usually try to read where there's no distractions for me because, I mean, I'm surrounded by a room where there's a cable and 4 video game systems around me. No, actually 6, because I still have also the PSP and 3DS. So 6 systems to easily bother me, as well as a computer. So I'm not at the best surrounded place. So what I usually do is I'll read on the train, because reading on the train there's no internet, and no internet means I'm not able to get distracted. I can focus on the book I'm reading, and if I can't understand something, I'll sometimes read it twice, or look at it again, or think, what exactly does this mean? And it's very important that we look at reading that way. We have to look at it in a way of, why do we need it? We do need it in our society. I mean, we do need to be able to read things. It's very important too. There are people that may never read at all and go through their whole adult life never learning how to read, and it usually doesn't affect them, but it could. Let's also look at the fact that books also require some type of creativity, and a lot of people don't have that easy creativity to just imagine books. It's hard to always imagine things, and it takes a while. You may not see the blue chair at the room the same way as someone sees the white walls around me. It's all about visualizing and understanding and breaking down what you're reading, and that's very important as an adult and as a kid. Never try to read so much that you just become turned off. If you think a book is too much for you, if you see like a book that's like 1,200 pages, do not read 1,200 pages. Do not read an entire chapter that's like 100 pages. Break it down. It may be slower, but it helps out in the long run because you will be able to understand the book a lot better when you're reading smaller pages a day versus that whole chapter. So this feels like a very Aesop vlog right now, telling you to read and encouraging you to read, and I do encourage you to read. It's very important, and for those who don't read, reading is still important anyway, so reading messages and reading articles will still count even if you don't like to do it. So encourage people to read, teach your kids how to read, and that is all I could say on the matter. So I am done right now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to support me on Patreon, patreon.com/CTKaraoke. Also, click below for the GAMURS blog that I wrote. My very first blog post, I've never done that before, on my original gaming story. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Steam. I'm on a lot of social medias. Go. They're all there. In the bottom of the links. I will see you guys Monday with a vlog, Wednesday with a Let's Play, and Friday with Super Smash Fridays. You still probably have not figured out who I am, and I'm gonna give you the reveal right now. I am Zabu! Out! I didn't really have much trouble putting on this costume, although the only thing I wasn't able to get on was this piece, which is supposed to go on your legs, and my feet are too big. See? They don't... nothing. I can't fit them. They don't fit, unless I untie them. Which seems like a lot of work to do, because I don't want to ruin this perfectly good knot right now. Watch the guild!